I managed to get my hands on the newly released China domestic market Boox Leaf 3C and been using it for a week. The following is my average consumer review. So far, it is a joy to hold with its premium build quality and sleek chassis design, which I bought along with the OEM magnetic cover that feels both functional and stylish. It retains the lightweight design of its monochrome counterpart, the Boox page, making it easy to hold for extended periods. As with all the other Boox devices, it runs on an Android-based operating system, which offers a significant degree of openness and flexibility that tech-savvy users will appreciate. Having said that, it isn't the most streamlined device to set up, so if you're coming from something like an Amazon Kindle, it may be a bit jarring to set up at first. However, if you're not afraid to spend the first evening menu diving, you'll likely enjoy the process of fine-tuning the device to your liking. Being that the Leaf 3C is a China-only model, I was worried about the lack of an English user interface and no access to Google Play. Fortunately, I can report back that it offers Chinese and English languages, no other languages unfortunately, and Google Play was simple to sideload via an APK file and a USB cable. The user interface is somewhat easy to navigate, and the settings menu offers extensive customization options to tailor the reading experience to your preference. Additionally, the battery life is commendable for a device that operates much like an Android tablet, and despite only having it for a week, I can see it lasting about 40 to 50 hours of reading time before needing a recharge. Mixture of text and manga, 70% screen brightness, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth off. It certainly can't hold a candle to the months of usage I could get from my 2018 Paperwhite, but I'm also totally fine with charging once every 2 to 3 weeks. File management is a breeze, whether you're transferring files via USB-C or using the wireless portal, and the device doesn't lock you into a specific ecosystem, allowing for the installation of various e-reader apps such as Kindle and Kobo, which is great if you have an existing library on either of those platforms. The last pro I'll mention is the physical buttons, which is a personal preference. Having the tactile feedback from pressing a button is far more satisfying than tapping on a screen, and it's also nice that I can program the buttons to execute other actions when I long press them. On the downside, the Boox Leaf 3C's color layer lacks the contrast and definition one might hope for, and ghosting is a consistent problem, particularly with images, so making the full refresh page shortcut is almost a necessity. Performance is generally great when processing text, but seems a bit patchy when a lot of graphics are displayed. For instance, I noticed some unusual slowdowns when loading up a manga via Tachiyomi, often resulting in me needing to clear the RAM cache to make the device return to a smooth and snappy operation. The auto-rotate function is also a tad unreliable, needing a wiggle to trigger the rotation about 1 in 10 times. The display's brightness doesn't match that of black and white e-readers, and I've basically have it on 70% or higher brightness at all times, unless I'm sitting in direct sunlight. Additionally, if there's any color to display on screen alongside text, the font crispness takes a hit. I've also noticed that the native reader app, Boox Neo Reader, seems to provide clearer text than third-party downloaded apps like Kindle, most likely because the Kindle app is built for Android devices with much higher resolution and more capable OLED and LCD displays. The lack of waterproofing is also a drawback for those who like to read near water. In conclusion, the Boox Leaf 3C is a solid choice for those wanting a color e-ink device that is lightweight and customizable. The library view looks wonderful with a pop of color from the ebook covers. However, the persistent ghosting issue is disappointing, especially considering the premium price. It's about 25% more expensive than the Boox page, and 2.5 times the price of the popular Kindle Paperwhite. If black and white reading is sufficient for your needs, the cheaper page may be a better option that offers a brighter display. Coming from a Kindle Paperwhite 2018 model, I found the Leaf 3C to be a notable upgrade nonetheless. The 7-inch screen size works for manga, but if you're looking for an ideal manga reading experience, a larger screen like that of the 8-inch iPad mini might be more suitable. The color reproduction on the Leaf 3C is average at best, and a reminder that color e-ink technology still has quite a bit of evolving to do. For color comics like Marvel or Webtoons, I'll stick to my iPad mini. Lastly, it's once again worth mentioning that the Leaf 3C is a China domestic model, so it might be a different experience when the international model inevitably releases as the Page Color or Page C. I've probably forgotten some other pros and cons, but I'll update as I continue to use it as my daily e-reader in the coming months.